Hey guys, it's Kaiokid here, and as of recording this video, Halloween is right around the corner, so I thought it'd be a good time to discuss how Blumhouse could have retconned Jamie Lloyd in the new Halloween sequels. Just for the record, I want to say I didn't mind Judy Greer as Karen Strode. I thought she did pretty good, especially towards the climax when she did the whole gotcha moment. But for this video, I want to explain how Judy Greer could have been Danielle Harris, and Karen Strode could have been Jamie Lloyd. I also say it's a shame that we didn't get Danielle Harris and Jamie Lee Curtis in the same timeline, or in the same movie at least, because I know that Danielle Harris said she would love to work with Jamie Lee Curtis in a Halloween film. But the question is, how do you cast the same actress that played Jamie Lloyd without her being Jamie Lloyd? I mean, casuals are going to see Danielle on screen and call her Jamie Lloyd anyway. And to be fair, Karen Strode was going to be named Jamie. Probably Jamie Nelson, like her husband's name. But I think they could have kept her name Lloyd, and here's why. They've basically already done the biggest retcon in horror history by not having Laurie related to Michael. And I know in this version, they wanted to render the sequels obsolete and discard any characters of lore past Halloween 1. And I know, what about John Tate? I feel like John would have need to be rewritten, like be an entirely new character, or else if you really wanted to squeeze him in there, he could have been like Jamie's daughter, like the granddaughter of Laurie, or the grandson of Laurie. But I think the fact was that Laurie was going to have a daughter, so you think in a new timeline she's going to have a daughter, oh, it's Jamie Lloyd. But no, it's not Jamie Lloyd, and it's not Danielle Harris. I feel like if they just gave her a son instead, people would have been like, well, what about John Tate? Well, Blumhouse can still be like, we're not looking for John Tate, or we're not looking for a Josh Hartnett. We want a new original character who doesn't already have his own lore established. Which I can understand. It's kind of similar to Freddy vs. Jason, where either Ronnie Yu or whoever wanted a different version of Jason instead of just recasting Kane Hodder. Which just seems like the logical thing to do. Especially since the actors themselves were willing to come back to reprise their role or come back to the franchise. So yeah, it can be a matter of, yeah, we can cast her, but we really like this actress though. We want to see what she can bring to this role, you know? So yeah, it's a matter of preference, but here's how I think they could have included Danielle Harris as Jamie Lloyd into Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends. So first off, her character could have been the same. Like the way Karen Strode is, it could have just been the same. Like she was like a normal woman with her family, and she's disturbed by her mother because her mother traumatized her and during her childhood because of, Michael. Like that part of her character could have been the same, but it's the name and the actress. And to be honest, like in the movie, when I first saw the movie, Judy Greer seemed a little bit younger compared to her husband. I don't know. When I first saw the movie, I thought like the husband was like her dad ? So to me, it would have been weird to see him with Danielle. But Jamie could have been Jamie Strode. Like you could have kept her first name, and then oh well, her birth name is Jamie Strode. So her maiden name is Jamie Strode. Her marriage name, to her husband is Jamie Lloyd. So in a way, it can be kind of a nod or like a reference without acknowledging the events that happened in Halloween 4, 5, and 6. Speaking of Halloween 5, Karen had a random moment which she explained her childhood to her daughter when Laurie left. And it kind of reminded me of that psychiatric connection that Jamie had with Michael in part 5. But only this time it's indirect, it's through Laurie. I don't know, I just wanted to point that out. That's what I thought of when I saw that scene. But just imagine how cool it would have been to see Jamie and Laurie side by side finally killing Michael, who's killed them both in different timelines. And they finally come back from the grave, essentially, to kind of get a leg up on him, But yeah, that's what we've done to include Danielle and the Jamie character in the new Halloween sequels. Yeah, it's kind of random for a first video, but I don't know, just something I've been thinking about since the movie first came out, and hearing that Danielle wanted to reprise her role and they just chose not to go with her. I got mad. Ken Kirchner, Kane Hodder vibes from that. But yeah, that's how I would have done it. So if you're watching this on Halloween, which I doubt, happy Halloween and Kaiokid out.